Hello YouTube, Fuzz here, welcome back to Star Ocean 4, The Last Hope, in what's probably going to be, well almost certainly in fact, the final episode before my Christmas break. So it's the 23rd of December today, Christmas Eve tomorrow. Going to be spending a lot of time with the family over the holidays, so you won't be seeing a lot of content during that time I'm afraid, but I'm sure you'll all be busy as well, so that shouldn't matter too much. But today we're going to be heading into a new dungeon known as the Alanaire Citadel. And it's going to be a good idea if you haven't already, after the last episode, to save at this save point, because there are some tough enemies inside, though having grinded up a few levels over the last few episodes, we shouldn't find it too much trouble, and I'm not even going to bother going back to heal. So what we want to do is head over to the door here, and as soon as we open, a cutscene's going to commence. Okay, so Edge actually gains some symbiology at this point in the game, and he's going to get one spell to begin with, which is a healing ability. And it's got the very unique name of Healing. Right, and here we are on floor 1 of the Citadel itself. And we're going to start, perhaps unsurprisingly, by collecting a couple of treasures. And some of these golems look quite intimidating. And they can be, in fact, they can be. But also they shouldn't be a huge problem if, as I say, you have gone ahead and gained a few levels. Yeah, thought he'd get us. But he failed miserably, didn't he? Right, so the first treasure's there, the second treasure is just around here. Actually, no, just a little bit further up here. There it is. A shining stone. That's the two treasures we can grab at the moment then. There is another one here, but we can't get it till later. Now, one thing I would recommend is just trying to build up some of your skill point bonus boards, the green tiles, because there's plenty of opportunities to get ambushes around here. And you might want to intermix those with the blue tiles as well from blindside critical strikes, so you can get some good experience and some good amount of skill points from this area as well. So from the area where we came in, or the exit or entrance, whatever you want to call it, head up the staircase over to the left hand side and examine this particular object here. And what these things do is build bridges. So once we activate them, they go into the air. And there's also one just a little bit further up. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. Okay, that's all it is. And before we go out here to the ramparts, which is through that door, there's a nice treasure room that we can go into. And there's 3 pieces of treasure to grab. So we get the shining stone. And then on the other side, there's one chest that we can't yet access. And I think it's this one as well where we can get something, yeah. Okay, that gives us the skill manual treasure sense. So we're going to go ahead and learn that. So what we want to do here is head over to items, use items, and we're going to look for the one we just looted, which is the treasure sense. And this is a great ability, in all honesty. We're going to teach it to Limel, who's the only person who can have it anyway. And once we've done that, what's going to happen is the treasures are going to appear. On the map you can see already the treasure chest we just opened. So all the treasures in the game will now appear on the mini-map. So as you can imagine, that's going to come in fundamentally useful throughout the rest of our playthrough. So what we're just going to do now is head down here and activate the other treasure stone thingies, whatever it is you want to call them. And that'll complete the bridge. I suppose we could have done this before, but it doesn't really matter what order we do it in. And from that location, we're just going to head up over to here. And we should be able to activate this one as well. Right, so we've activated 4 in total at this point. And that should give us a lot to work with now on the upper floor. So we're going to make our way back up the same staircase we just came down, see if we can avoid that guy. Yeah, and then we're going to head into the upper ramparts area. Or just to the ramparts. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look on the map where we are. And as you can see, nothing too exciting here. We're just going to head down south. Or head up south, actually, as the case turns out to be. Right, and this is the second floor now. So there's a chest we can already see showing up on our map using our new treasure sense ability. So we'll go and pick that up. And it's a Guardian's Rapier. So a nice boost for our good friend FaZe there. Let's go ahead and equip that for him. Good bit of extra damage. Never hurts anybody, does it? And once again, we're just going to go and collect some treasures. Okay, so there's a few more items then for us to grab. On the ambush, I'm going to try and make use of that if I can. Come on, fella. Get an extra skill point. Green slot thingy. Don't forget, guys, that the green tiles are the best way to consistently farm for skill points in Star Ocean 4. So in areas where you do get plenty of ambushes, it is a good idea to make use of them. Okay then, so we're going to start by heading south from the furthest corridor here. And we can use our newly built bridges in order to do so. And there's the next treasure chest. So that has another shining stone for us. These are the items that we're using, by the way, to activate the pedestals that we're going ahead with. And head up north here. We can't go that way, so let me just see how we can, or if we can even get across here. I don't think we can, unfortunately. Oh yes, we can. It's a hole in the wall. I thought it was a pedestal we missed, but it wasn't. I thought that was strange. I was a bit confused then. But I knew we could access this chest somehow, so there it is. And it's the skill manual focus, which is something you're probably going to want to give to... what's-her-face? Raimi. And it increases our accuracy and chances of landing critical hits. Okay, so now we're going to head back towards the ramparts. And what we want to do is head into the south exit. So if you remember on the ramparts, the north exit is the way that brought us into this place. And it is going to be the way that takes us out as well. But before we do that, the detour is to head over to the south here, because there's one more chest that we can grab. And this contains another one of the keys, the shining stones, that we are going to require. And it is a dead end, so don't worry about that. By the way, you can get an enemy ambush, I believe, in this area. But it looks like we managed to avoid it. But just something to be aware of. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to head back up to the north. And exit back down here. So back down to the ground floor now, where we're going to pretty much repeat the same process of everything we've just done, only this time on the east side of the area. So back down the stairs, and don't worry, there's going to be a recovery sphere along with a save point coming up on the third floor. Well, actually, the recovery sphere is on the second floor, the save sphere is on the third floor, but they're very close to one another, which is obviously fairly helpful. So let's move across over here to the right-hand side. Oh, lots of ambushes, very good. Alright then, so on the east-hand side here, there's 2 obelisks. And, oh, that's right, yeah, so the ones with the white stones, we don't require the key. But these we do. But we've got plenty now, so that's fine. So there's 2 on the floor here that we do need to activate. Here's the second one. And then there's one more that's blocking the staircase. You can just see it over there. Where's it gone? There it is. So this is the eastern staircase now. There we go. And before we head up the stairs, or the way up the stairs anyway, there's one treasure chest we can grab from the secret treasure room on the right. And the treasure itself is located in the end room. Oh, so many enemies, so much editing. Here we go. And this contains a piece of Guardian's armour, which we can give to Edge or Phase, I believe. Let's just check that. Yeah, Edge or Phase. I guess we can give it to Edge since he's not got a whole lot of defence at the moment. Uh-oh, we're getting ambushed? No. Or surprised, rather. Okay, so once we've grabbed the chest there, we can basically head on up here, where there's one more of these statue things. Whatever it is you want to call them. And the final one actually on this floor for us to go ahead and activate. So we're going to head back out into the ramparts area. Make our way around. And there's the recovery sphere, so I guess we can go and get that straight away. Okay, so there's the lovely recovery sphere. And from here we're going to head straight up north. There's a chest that we can't access yet. How typical. Okay, instead then we're going to head out here. And there's another chest there which contains a shining stone, I believe. So we're just going to follow the path around, the newly built path that we made using our lovely bridges. So we just need to duck under here. There we go. So that should be all of them now, I believe. Let's go and find out. If we head down south at this point, then there's a whole chain of these things we need to go ahead and use. Well, actually, there's two. It looks like there's three, but there's two, I think. Oh, no, there is three. Okay. Alright, so last one now. There we have it. And this final platform is, in fact, as you probably guessed, an elevator. A lift to take us up to the final level, where we'll have a lovely save point waiting for us. And as we go through there into the next area, we're going to be kicking off a boss fight. So, right, as you can imagine, there's a save point here, there's a recovery sphere down below. This is basically going to be our next grinding area. So make sure you collect the monster data. You can even pop back outside if you want into the snowy region and collect the monster data from out there. But also, get a load of skill points, because we can never have too many, quite frankly. And I'm going to do a little bit of farming off camera. And then in the next episode, we're going to come back all nicely beefed up with a healthy team, ready to take on the next boss challenge. So thanks for stopping by today, guys. Have a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you in a few days' time. Take care. Goodbye.